Hey guys, how's it going? Zombie here with Xenon Gaming, and today we're going to be looking at the Destiny 2 beta, and we're going to look at the inverted spire. And what our objective here today, this footage will show that we're doing kind of a speed run. I'm sure there's going to be some room for improvement later on, but our objective was to get the strike done in less than 15 minutes, and I believe at the end we get it at 14:27. So the best way to do this, if you're trying to just sprint through, it can be done mostly with two guys. Normally me and Reaper do it by ourselves, but here we employed one of our buddies, well, not employed, we got him to help us out with the process. Scary, appreciate it, man. But what it is we're just going to basically sprint through, run through this stage, and we're going to try to get through it in 15 minutes if we can. So what we're going to do is come in now, and I want to say that the load times in this game are fairly quick. That is one thing I'm happy about. But I'm going to try to, I won't talk at all points, hopefully, but I'm just going to try to add commentary where possibly necessary. But what you want to do here is when you start off, you just want to run the whole time when you can. You can attack these Cabal, but it will slow you down, so it's best just to get to the same point they're at now. Now what I do always, whenever you get up here, there's going to be a battle going on between the Vex and the Cabal. They will damage each other, so that'll be helpful. But the first thing is this Minotaur in the back. So first thing I do is I aim for him, try to take him out quick. He's going to be the heaviest hitter here. So take him out and then work on the Vex. While you're there, your buddies will be on the wall behind you and they'll be working on the Cabal. Sometimes this guy will drop heavy ammo. In the actual game when it comes out, I do not know. But if you can get a crossfire going with these guys, it makes it really effective, really quick. Once this area is clear of all enemies, you do not have to kill the Fallen to the right when you go into this area. I just want to add that there are some up there. Just run straight down here, kill all these enemies, then activate this area, and then these plateaus will appear. Now you can take the left route like we are. You can take the one on the right. I had never attempted that. But you're going to try to sprint through as much as possible. If you're trying the speedrun method, do not go back for anyone who dies. The reason for this is when they come back, if you get far enough, you could pull them to you, or maybe they'll actually despawn some enemies depending on the area. But when you get up here, I normally run through the right. You can run through the right or the left. If you have multiple people, you can have one focus on the snipers. The Centurion up here, he is the biggest issue. He shoots rockets off his back, and if he hits you with them, they will slow you down dramatically. It's not just when damages, it seems like that's their effect. They try to almost stop you in your tracks. But what you do is just get by them as quick as you can, run into this area. And what we're going to do, there will be another battle going on in here. It seems like there's a few battles going on in this strike just between the Vex and the Cabal themselves. I'm looking forward really to the story in this area to see what if there's a big reason for this, or if it's just two different races who like to fight. But come down here, there'll be 3 of these snipers right here off the bat. Clear these guys out, and once you get all 3 of these, you want to turn to the right, and there will be a 4th one. And once you clear him out, jump across. There's a rock here, it's hard to see, but land on the rock, jump up, and when you get to the end, this area, the only thing you have to clear out are the Vex. You do not have to worry about the Cabal necessarily, but you do have to get every single Vex. Take out the snipers first. Normally it's the most effective method. You don't have to worry about getting hit as much. And then that and the Minotaurs, it makes it a lot easier for the Cabal to help with the little guys. And if you can take out the Minotaurs, it's just always easier. Most effective method I would recommend is having 2 guys up here at one time. If you're a warlock, you can even drop your empowering light here, or empowering rift. But get 2 guys up here to pick the enemies off at a distance, and have one go down and clear them off up close and personal. Once you clear out the first few enemies, another wave will appear here with 2 more Minotaurs. So once the area is clear, this gate will open up. And what you want to do then, you're going to want to drop down, and again, we're just going to run. In this method, you do not fight unless you absolutely have to, and I do know that this is the beta, and that this video is coming out fairly late to the beta. But Reaper has one as well, the same exact raid from his point of view. I'm sorry, the same exact strike from his point of view, and I'll put the link to that below. But the best thing to do here is just run past all the enemies. Don't worry about the snipers. Don't worry about these butchers here. I can't remember what they're called. And you're just going to try to, one just committed suicide trying to get Reaper. We'll count that as a kill for him. But yeah, just don't worry about fighting if you don't have to. Normally you can jump around that guy. But you're going to want to just sneak around. If you land to the right here, it's kind of a straight shot to where you need to go. Whenever you get to the location you're about to get to that we're working toward, there is two dig sites, two dig crews. There's one on the left and one on the right. It's most effective to split up, send one person left, one person right. And if you don't want to slow down the third, if you are communicating with them, if they're not a random, you can have them take down the sniper that's on both sides. It'll be a quick method so you don't have to stop, and it'll also assist you so you don't have to worry about being shot by them as well. Like I said, we're just trying to run through this real quick. If we're lucky, they'll create some strike playlists like they had in the first game, and I loved farming those. So this will just be a quick method for this mission. So as you saw, there was a sniper up on this roof to the left for a minute. You get here and there'll be a couple cabals inside, a couple supers. They have arc shields, but just throw any kind of grenade you can if you can hit them, and then you can just focus on their head. The other cabal, the lower guys, are pretty good about jumping in front of the bullets, unfortunately. Once you clear them and start to run this direction, you will see these catapult balls coming in. Now, they will crush you, and if they hit you, they will kill you. It's very annoying. But there's one of these switches on each side. Reaper got the other one when I got this one, but normally you activate both to come up here. There's an explosive barrel in the back to the left that'll help you clear out this area. It's not an instant kill. But what you want to do is only one person wants to drop down. If you want a second person to do it, that's fine. They can do it too. Hold these enemies off as long as possible. Interact with this control, and then you're going to want to come and jump on the back here. Now, I almost fell off. You can jump over this, but you just want to be able to stand on this rail. You can't get in between the rail and the wall. But if you stand on the rail, the enemy will not be able to get you. And what we're doing is we're waiting on this timer, or this percentage on the left that just hit 10. We're waiting on that to hit 100. And what you can do is you can just pick these guys off. Normally they'll peek around the corner right here, but they can't really get to you, so you're safe. But if you can pick them off, you can possibly get heavy ammo or maybe some items. I unfortunately failed this time, but normally it's no issue to stay there. After 30 seconds, you'll just respawn at the top. Now, what we did in this one, I'm going to wait to say anything because I'm going to try not to talk you guys to death. But the rings that are moving around, once it hits 100%, the one that you see on Reaper screen here, it'll stop there and activate. All you have to do is get in there. Excuse me. This area, the area he just went to, which you're about to see me, it has a tendency to splatter people against the wall. It will throw them too strongly. So when you go in, hold down, and it'll slow you down and pull you down to this area. Then just glide to slow down, and then again we're going to run. Now, I fell a little behind here on this one, but you can run around all these enemies. When you get down to the next area, these guys with the flamethrowers, they hit really hard. If they hit you, they will throw you a good distance, and it can throw off your path. But there's normally a guy right here to the left. You kill him, you run past all the rest. And then we're going to get to the dig site. If you hit these big spinning blades, of course, it will kill you. What you want to do is you want to wait for the first top couple to pass, and you don't want to drop where I just did. Now, I cut that one a little close that time. Like I said, a little behind, so I cut a little close. But normally you can just drop by those, no problem. Normally I'm never get hit. I think it's just because normally I'm first and the other people got here first. But normally for first, you can just run right through there. You won't even get hit if you do this one time, and then you run down the hill. At that point, any enemies will stop following you, so that's no longer a threat. And if any of your buddies are dead or behind, it's okay, because the area that we're coming to now is going to pull them to us. At this location, you can stay up top and pick off these 3 harpies at first, but if you're trying to get your buddies back to life or to you, or if you're trying to do a speed run, just go ahead and drop down, and it will spawn them after 5 seconds. Once you kill these 3 harpies that are here, a boss will appear. And what we normally do is we come over to the left over here from where you drop, and we'll get behind this cover to an extent. There's pretty good blocking shots, and I'll drop my my weapon damage rift, empowering rift is what it's called, and then we just focus on the head. Now this boss, if you haven't faced him yet, or if you've only done it a couple of times, he goes through all three elements, I guess you could say, in this game. He goes through void, then he goes through fire, then he does arc. Now, it was a very common misunderstanding that a lot of people had, and at first when I came in I heard wrong, so I thought the same. These elements that he's choosing, or these classes, they are not weaknesses. Shooting him with the any of the other ones or the same one will not cause additional damage. That was something we originally thought. So get whatever weapons that you prefer, and don't let that restrict you trying to just do additional damage. So just get whichever one you prefer. Focus on his head. Also, any points when you can. Killing ads is not a bad thing. They will drop additional ammo for heavy and other stuff if you're lucky, and you will need that later on down the way. But once you clear the first enemy, you will then drop down to this next area. Now you can get on these tall towers. They're vaguely hard to get on, but then you have to basically run and stay on them. 6 of these little pillars, short pillars, are here. 4 of which are tall and 2 of which are short. Me and Reaper will stand on the short ones. And what this provides, it provides us the ability to just crouch, and we'll be able to block all damage from the enemy, and it allows us to pop up and shoot at him. Another thing is we like to joke around and call it hot lava, like whenever you're a child and you play the lava game and the floor is lava. So what you do is you just pop up, you shoot this guy, and then he will, I thought I looked at it a little bit longer there, but he will punch the ground and catch the ground on fire, which will cause damage. As long as you're standing on this location, it will not cause damage to you. There are 2 levels of the ones that's directly under him, and there's one that's directly under us. The first one under him catches on fire first, and the bottom one, once he disappears, that's it. Just look around for ammo if you can. It will drop down with you. And once this is done, we've got one last location. Now I guess you could almost say the river of light that you see around this location will of course damage you because it is electrical. So there will be these 6 enemies here, 5 or 6. Just clear them out at the start of the area. He'll drop right here in front of you, and then just find yourself a good location. He's at half health now. So this is not a time-based thing, of course. It is determined on the health, so he will not move until you get to that point. He will flash you, as you just saw with me, but just hide behind cover. If you can, drop some abilities to give yourself extra defense or attack, depending on the class you choose, and then just start focusing for the head. Once he gets to this general location, normally you'll see these ads spawn to the left. Run up to these pillars that are kind of in the opening here, and then you can clear them out. You can use a grenade, or you can shoot them. They're very easy, and if you kill them on this location, it'll give you some ammo sometimes right here. And while you're hiding behind these pillars, it'll give you a little while before he'll pop a shot at you again and run around like you did. And once you clear the area, if you have the health, run through, pick up any ammo that you can, and quickly get out before you die. Once he's at the location he's at now, you're going to want to focus mainly on the ads themselves. When he loses his head and he goes berserk in a moment, the last thing you want is additional guns on you, which he will spawn more then, but the more the merrier is only working for him right now. So as you can see, they already took his head off, which was, we did not coordinate it like we normally do, but take out these couple enemies right here if you want to, behind this pillar, so you can hide behind the pipe a couple seconds. But he is very aggressive at this point. There's no way you can hide necessarily. Save your supers to this point, it's normally what we do, and then just put everything you got into him. He will throw you off the stage if he doesn't kill you with the stomp, so be careful. And do not play hero in these situations. If you're by yourself like I was and you're feeling the heat and you think you can get someone, that's fine, but it is really easy for him to kill you. He is really, really quick. So just don't take your eye off of him. There's a lot of ads that are around. I think they can be cleared out, but it's difficult to do. But like I said, save your supers, get whatever you can, save your heavy, and then put whatever round you can into him, and then the match will be over. I actually believe we did one before, and we actually all 3 died, but it was after the fact, so we still got the win. But that is it, guys. And I know I talked the whole time. I blabber a little bit, do a little dance party here. And you will get 2 items from this. One will be a weapon and one will be armor. But once that's done, it'll give you your score at the end of the match. It'll tell you your precision kills, your melee kills, your revives. It'll tell you your overall kills and stuff. It's more or less a little bragging right and stuff. Maybe something you're bettering yourself or something you're just playing with your buddies against. But there it is, 14 minutes, 27 seconds. And you see the individual scores for each player as well. Now, like I said, guys, sorry for just rambling on like I have been the whole time. We'll probably do another video possibly when the actual game comes out, just to see if there's any changes they made, any fixes, or any tweaks. But thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment if there's anything that you want to see, and we will see you in the next one, Guardians.